Hello learners, in this tutorial I am going to explain how to write SQL aliases with the simple select queries. The SQL aliases are used to give a table or column in a table a temporary name. Simply, instead of using the original name, we can use the temporary name using aliases. The aliases are often used to make column names more readable. That is another feature. An alias only exists for a durations of that query. So once you not execute that query, that alias is not active. An alias is created with the as keyword. So those are the main features with the aliases. So there are two syntax for the aliases. One is alias column syntax. So for the columns we can use the aliases, and for the tables also we can use the aliases. You can see after the select column name, I have mentioned the as column name with a different column name, as well as for the tables also I have used a different table name as a alias. Now we will see simple examples with the alias. uh, uh, so in the first example I am going to create two aliases, one for the customer ID column and one for the customer name column. Okay, so simply we can execute this select all from. I'm going to use my dbms database object name is dbo, then my table name is customers. So simply that table we have a few records. So now I'm going to include my aliases. So in this query I retrieved all the columns, but with the aliases we can give the different names, the temporary names. For the customer ID I'm giving, sorry, customer ID I'm giving as ID, then comma, customer name as customer. Okay, so when I am executing this one, you can see ID and the customer. So ID and the customer are the temporary values which are assigning through the aliases. So hope you have clear with this column aliases. So we will do another example. Okay, so the second example is create two aliases, one for the customer name, other one is the contact name. Okay, so that is very simple. So simply you have to execute select all from dbms dbo customer. So when I am executing this one, it will retrieve few records. Now we will see customer name and the contact name. Okay, from this table, customer name comma contact name. For that we haven't used any aliases. Simply it will retrieve, sorry, contact name is contact column is address contact name. So simply it will retrieve the existing column names from the table. So now we will add aliases for both columns. I am using customer for the customer name, so we have to include as customer. Then for the contact name we have to include two words. One is contact, the two words are contact person. So inside that there is a space, so if we have the space in between two words, definitely we have to include square brackets. So I have include in this way, contact person. Okay, that is very simple. So you can see contact persons and the customer column aliases are available with the recently executed select query. So hope you have clear with that. So now we will go to the next example. Okay, in the next example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an aliases named address that combine four columns: address, postal code, city and country. Sometimes we have to do some concatenation, so that is the example for the concatenation. So now we will see how to do that concatenation operations. For that, select all from, my database name is dbms. I'm using customer table. First we will execute the select query is correct or wrong. Then I'm going to concatenate four columns. One is first customer name, then my I'm going to concatenate the address, uh, then with the plus sign I'm going to concatenate, but after that I'm going to include a comma. Okay, so again postal code, likewise again we have to concatenate with the city. Okay, then after that then again we have to concatenate country as address. For the aliases we have only one word, so we don't no need to include the square brackets. Anyway, we will see yeah, in here you can see there is a issue with the postal code. So for this example I'm going to remove the postal code. You can see I have concatenate address as city and country. You can see with the comma. With the comma I have do that concatenations. The issue was with the postal code. It is the float data type is float, so we have to convert that float into the varchar value. So I have removed that postal code. Anyway, you can see uh, postal code is float. Okay, anyway we will go to the next uh, example. The next example is selects all the orders from the customer which customer ID equal to 4. For that we are going to use the uh, table aliases. Okay, so for that we have to use different tables. For that I'm using customers tables as well as the order table. Okay, so now we will see how to execute this query. Okay. uh, First we will get select, and I'm going to include my table names. From one is customer, as I'm putting C, that is my alias name, and the second table name is orders, uh, alias name is as O. Okay. After that I am going to retrieve order ID from the order table. You can see to fill those informations, and the order date from the order table, then customer name from the customer table. Okay, so you can see already and also according to my example, I have included condition. The condition is customer ID equal to 4. So inside the where condition I am going to include that condition. My table name is customer, so we have used the alias code C, then customer ID equal to 4. Now you can see customer ID equal to 4, order ID, order date, and customer name I have retrieved from the table. So the same thing now in this example I have used the aliases, but the same thing we can write without aliases. Now we will see how to do this operator, this select query without aliases. Simply you can copy and paste this select query. So after that, instead of using aliases, simply you can remove these aliases. Then the second alias also we can remove. Then simply we can copy these table names here, or the name here also we can this one. Then for the C also we can mention the exact table name. Okay, so now you can see same output you can retrieve with this select query without using aliases. So hope you have clear with this SQL aliases for the table as well as for the column. So if you have any questions, you can put your questions in the comment section. Thank you.